Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Command & Conquer 0 Hour. Here we have the same series of 2v2's that we didn't quite complete last time. We didn't actually cast them in order either, but here we are, game number 1 of this best of 9 series. We are the Generals, Gentlemen. I'm the Machine.
And I am Archon Hawk. So our fantastic heroes for today during these matchups will be Google. He's up the top left here is our USA Laser. He's going to be playing with, I think, with Size as our GLA Vanilla. I'm assuming it's normally top versus bottom on Fallen Empire, so...
Yep, and Crazy will be our Air Force General, and we do have Rage as our Nuke. Now, we actually did something very clever this time around. We actually paused the game and looked at the sub-factions.
Instead of just taking guesses, we're just like, hang on, we can just stop it. We can just breathe for a second, because these players sell their command centers so fast. We're going to take a little bit of time to do something, and looks like got Crazy taking a little bit of... Oh, no, it's Google. It's taking a little bit of time to drop something off into the supply line. That's a very close dozer as well.
Yeah, here we go. We'll be getting up a barracks,
What?
actually. Not really
That's
sure
new.
what he's trying to do with a barracks. Oh, no, that's the barracks of Rage.
He blocked it with a barracks. Oh,
That's so clever.
That's so clever. He didn't want the barracks, so he can just keep canning it. He's just blocking the dozer from actually having any build paths by putting things there, and now the Battle Master's going to get there in time. That is so smart from Rage.
Really well played.
That's really nicely played.
Because that turret would have actually gone down, and that could have been a bit of a problem. The Chinook has abandoned his loyal dozer buddy, so that will be the end of our dozer.
But the splash damage actually took out Rage's dozer.
Whoops.
So a little bit of a whoopsie moment there from Rage, but I think we can forgive him for having such cool, innovative micro. Let's build a building there so he can't. Smart. Really smart. The V's coming out though. Crazy
Nice.
has his first one.
It will actually take down a Humvee as well. Not very
maybe
good
two.
control here from Google. Going to lose a lot of units, and Crazy will actually evac the Humvee. Wow.
Really nice evac as well. Real well played from Crazy. I think that was the oil cap V's coming out there from Google. They were going straight for... Are there any oils on Fallen Empire? I didn't think there are. Why was it full of Rangers?
I don't know.
I just didn't think... I don't remember there being... I just thought, I'm just like, oh, there must be oils in the middle, but I just remembered Fallen Empire...
There's a lot of supplies, though.
It has oils. There are a lot of supplies in the middle as well, so... May work out, see how it goes. Flame Tank runs away down the bottom here. A lot of aggression coming out from both of our players early.
Meanwhile, Size has been left unchecked. He's been doing some pretty aggressive expansions. 2 tunnels down to the flank near Rage's base and the middle supply. So Size is going to be pretty aggressive as a result. Meanwhile, we do have Crazy mining up the middle with his long-range Chinooks.
Got to take absolutely full advantage of that. Couple of RPGs do get dropped off though, but of course, we'll say, yeah, you're going to need about 2 technicals absolutely full of RPGs in order to take one out, and even then it's going to be a little bit difficult there. So Sizes do give up though. The RPGs back off, and the Flame Tank finally makes its way to the tunnel.
Going to need more than 2 RPGs to penetrate those point laser defense. Dragon Tank and the Battle Master should be pretty effective at clearing out these tunnels, and this is a really nice play from Rage, and actually massing up a pretty large army of Battle Masters. He's got double War Factor, really churning those out with the Horde bonus now up and running.
Really starting to take a little bit of control here. Did put Google behind early, and he's in a little bit of trouble now. Has a few V's out. King Raptors are on the field now, though.
Nice.
One does get taken out, though, so caught off on the retreat path there by Size. Very, very nice work. So despite claiming the V, does lose a fair bit there. Nice splitting as well from Rage. Doesn't really want to lose anything. You see, he doesn't have that isotope upgrade yet. Can take a little bit of time before he gets that. Does lose the Horde bonus.
And as long as that quad is there, it will deny the mining. So going to be giving the economic edge to the hands of our North players. But the Humvee's not too happy about that one. We'll swoop in and force away that quad. Propaganda center being built here. Meanwhile, on the right-hand flank, Battle Master's going to get destroyed, being clumped up a little bit too much. RPG will take them all alongside the tunnel. A very decisive victory there, otherwise Size would have lost pretty much all of his map control. And without those tunnels here, he doesn't have any way of really defending the supply and his base.
Yeah, really relying on those tunnel networks at the moment. Google has managed to get a few more Vs up for the moment, has a ambulance there as well. At the moment, both of our teams just consolidating. The technical consolidates his way into the minefield. Whoopsie-daisies. Does end up blowing up. Loses a full stack of terrorists there as well. So pretty big cost investment there from Size. Doesn't get anything out of it.
Yep, didn't quite go for the War Factory, which didn't have the mines. There's something that that Blake likes to refer to as the murder syndrome. that you always terror tech the building that has the mines on it.
Yeah, murder syndrome.
You want to tell us about that story?
Well,
Boy?
it was kind of the opposite for him. I think he was playing China Imp or something like that. This is a long time ago in one of the series.
Oh, Humvee's going to be destroyed here for Crazy. We'll lose 2 of them, maybe even the 3rd one as well here. There were some flash ranges, I think, by the sounds of it, but regardless, Crazy losing all of his Humvees, Google having a pretty decisive victory, and the missile defenders aren't able to take out any Humvees in return. Here come the King Raptors, though, a lot of point laser defense, takes out 3 of those Rock V's, quads as well, will get the 1 in return, and if the quads can snipe those King Raptors on the airfield, it will be detrimental for Crazy. No Humvees left to hold the line. Meanwhile, Ray's coming through with his Overlords, but a little bit late to the fight. Will lose these King Raptors. Very, very expensive. Quad's going to reign supreme. And Crazy in a bit of trouble.
Definitely is, indeed. This zero tech coming out here from both Google and Crazy is dealing with everything that Crazy has extremely well. Crazy's in a fair bit of trouble on the side here, but here comes the tech through from Rage. Does have the ECM as well as having those Overlords there. Can they get there in time? Because Crazy's going to lose a lot of stuff here.
Oh, nice point laser defense, but we'll lose the power plant nonetheless. Caught between the Overlords and the missile defenders. Ambulance won't be able to save the day here. Airfield actually blocking off the retreat path by the looks of it.
ECM in the backhand side there. Ooh, did end up being enough there to collect all of the missiles coming out there. The Humvees are going to get caught on the side though. Get caught on the cliffs. They're going to be destroyed. Pilots are left alive, but I'm sure they're going to be finished off eventually. Ambulance doing a good job of actually cleaning up the toxin and keeping the pilots alive.
So,
see, look at that. It's fun. Toxin, clear the toxin. Toxin, clear the toxin. Having a good little war.
Yeah. I think that was a really good push by Size and Google, because the thing is with King Raptors, it's sort of the critical mass, where if you get too many of them, they just destroy everything with a single pass. But if you're able to thin the numbers and really prevent them from getting that large army, then they're not that effective. Especially against the USA, where, you know, there's just so many point laser defense that town missiles aren't really that effective. Meanwhile, we do have a Colonel Burton, or Colonel Cy Burton, if you follow our social media, coming from Google, looking for some blood here. Another quad trying to take down the Chinooks. Looks like he will be able to as well. The Gats was actually... Oh no, doesn't get taken out here. A lot of tower missiles though. But point laser defense, it's pretty damn overpowered. Missiles.
It's on point.
Oh, that's a combat Chinook actually.
It is indeed. And going to be cutting away from those rockets. Give the point laser defense even more time, not if it needs it, to actually get away from it. Moving these missile defenders together is actually working out really well for Google. The mass is kind of hard for Rage to deal with. He has no way to take out that many mass missile defenders. There's nothing really out on the side of Crazy either.
And it's a really good combination, because with the combat Chinook, you need to invest in a lot of anti-air, but then with the nuclear overlords at the same time, you need a lot of anti-tank. So it's a hard mix to deal with. Gonna need to be a lot of quads, because you just can't rely on Humvees. Avengers though will be a fantastic choice from Google. They'll be able to not only do a lot of consistent damage to the combat Chinook, but also zap down a lot of those missiles. They're pretty expensive though, and they're pretty slow, so we'll have to see how effective Google's positioning of those Avengers is.
Really going to count towards Google and Size, mixing in their units well. The quads from Size really have been helping out Google thus far.
Did we miss Burton?
The Artie didn't actually take it out. There was Artie down there, and I think Burton killed a lot of stuff, actually. I think we must have missed that.
Yeah, unfortunately...
He's a silent killer for Burton.
That's right, Jarman as well. Not so silent, though. We'll gun down several of the missile defenders and walk away into the quad. Always nice to have the Jarman inflicting some damage, especially if the damage is inflicted onto those overlords. We do have Burton actually gunning down the supply. Nice move, as he doesn't know the supply is mined because of that earlier tech terror. Overlords looking to party here. A lot of Humvees. How effective will they be? Tunnel being destroyed here now. ECM's deflecting a lot of those missiles. No Humvees just yet from Crazy, but the focus here is real. So many rockets are coming through. Jarman snipes down one of the Overlords as well. An excellent angle for Google. Will take down all of those Overlords and the ECMs and have an Overlord to add to his collection.
And that's exactly the way you put it there. Google had the perfect concave onto those overlords. The ECMs were working overtime, but it's just not enough to keep the missiles off that many overlords. The kite was really nice as well. We only saw about 2 of the Vs going down during that entire engagement. Only saw about 2 of them being lost, and even then the missile defenders were always evac'd on point there. So fantastic micro from Google, and it means he has a huge army to push with.
Whose search and destroy was that?
That was...
Was it Crazy's, I think?
I'd say Crazy's, yeah. I heard it from this general area. You can have got the sound as well.
There's an arty strike coming through here alongside a carpet bomb. Could be pretty powerful. Command center being rebuilt, already having the black market there. We'll lose actually nothing, which is a bit disappointing considering there was both a carpet bomb and an arty strike.
Even the workers survived that one there. Yeah, Size just kept the workers alive. He literally juked not only the terrorists, also the workers, and he lost absolutely nothing.
That's pretty good.
8-hit strike could be a little bit harder to deal with though, and going straight for the strat center will
nice.
be enough. Does get the supply as well.
Excellent position. Meanwhile, Google leading the charge here with his overlord, backed up by a lot of those Humvees. Stealth bomb that could be very powerful here. There goes the overlord and a lot of those Humvees. Meanwhile, the overlords of Rage will pick off what's remaining. Only one ECM, but it will be enough if the GAT can get within a range. Jarman does snipe one of the overlords, but it will be recrewed here. Jarman a little bit too scared and will back away, allowing the capture to come back down.
ECM work really, really nice there, and that bombing coming in from Crazy absolutely saved Rage's butt because he was very, very low on buildings and didn't really have that much of an army.
Oh, I hear Burton. I hear Burton.
I hear Burton. He's all over the place, man. He just can't deal with this. Rage, I'm pretty sure that Burton has taken out the majority of Rage's base by himself. He's going for the dozer as well.
Yep, there we go.
Does get taken out. Not quite fast enough.
Now, I think this is going to be a losing battle here for Crazy and for Rage. Look at the supplies that Size has and the black markets, where there's just no late game economy here for our South team, let alone the fact that this middle supply hasn't been mined because of the constant quad harassment by Size. So they're definitely going to be looking strong in this game. Do we have any supplies here for Google?
Oh, one drop zone in the back there. It's definitely going to be nice, but that's, yeah, really the way to put it here. But the quad pop's the way to put it as well. Going straight for the ECM does take it out as well. Overlord's getting focused down, but the Vs are collapsing from the side. Google, he's a little bit late to the party now, and the Overlords are going to have a pretty fun time forcing him off here. This is looking like a good engagement coming out for Rage, but there's so many missile defenders here, and Crazy is getting forced back. Rage's army has been defeated thus far. Quad popping is really on point as well.
The quads were a little bit undefended, Overlord being very effective, but a numbers game here once Google moved in with his Humvees. Too much damage. Nice sneaky harassment here. I gotta say, 12 minutes 30 into the game when there's huge massive battles, it's always great to see the little finer harassments that will delay the income here, and this stage is so crucial. We'll lose both the Chinooks as well. What are we looking at?
Ooh, I was wondering if there was terrorists in there. He was trying to like force a way through the mines using the first technical, but I think maybe not. Bombardment has actually been initiated here. The mine drop is well known. Google knows that those mines have actually been dropped off there. Those are Rage's mines. He put them there earlier. Let's get the snipe down on the supply as well. And just the, yeah, as you were saying, the sheer supply harassment of Rebel Ambush, just very inconsistent, isn't it? It's not really that fun.
I'm not sure what Size was doing. Maybe wanted to get some capping the buildings with these rebels. Meanwhile, oops, my mouse is having diabetes or something. Meanwhile, there's a command center. So... Well, Crazy's out of cash. I mean, what does he have, really? He doesn't have... His base supplies have been exhausted. He's lost all of his Chinooks. I think he's just looking to get some... Yeah, get some A10 strikes coming out. Meanwhile, Rage is still in the game. He still has the two supplies. And actually, Google is mining the southern supplies. So he's going to have even more Humvees coming out.
And there are a lot of supplies in those middle supplies. They're completely chock-a-block. Whoever can hold these during the late game really does have a huge advantage.
There's a Spectre coming in from Crazy. But a lot of Humvees here from Google Firebase and a fair bit of infantry will be a good deterrent going for the Strat Center. Exactly what you want to do to destroy that search and destroy. Will prevent it, I guess we could say.
Definitely will add that. Rage can force his way back here. Really does have to take control over at least his middle supply in order to stay in this game. Rage and Crazy both need some type of income here. I haven't managed to find it yet.
Hackers just aren't really going to be that cost effective in the late game. Jarman will be continuously sniping. It's going to be a bit of a problem. Gat from Rage will force away the Chinook, and I think Google, he wants to go in balls deep with his Humvees Hasn't recapped that Overlord yet. Perhaps it's actually an empty outpost. Jarman being focused by the gap, but he will survive that one. This is looking game over. Outpost coming in to get the capture back, but it will be a little bit too late by the looks of it, getting destroyed by those Humvees. Pathfinders as well. Crazy calls the GG. Rage, I think, will be not long after Mind Drop, a little bit too late here. We'll get the Overlord captured, but actually Mind Drop will allow the Overlord to be focused down by the outpost.
He's destroyed there, so at least Rage has a little bit more cash in his pocket now, as well as some USA units. Probably not going to be enough here. That's a nice carpet bomb in the back lines there. Take out at least a... Nope.
Vet 3 survives.
Vet 3 survives. It does just a short wheel stand, and all good. Back to the firing. War Factory is well getting focused down here by Google. He's really forcing his way into what remains of Rage's base. I think Rage might have stopped to have a burrito.
Yeah.
Seems to be, yes, no, he has. He's eating his burrito now.
Burrito or taco?
Yeah. I don't know.
You have been
to him, really. I like burritos.
I'll have to ask him. Well, GG, that was actually a really great game.
It definitely was.
Because the other games that we did, 7, 8, 9, they were all really good games, but they're really short. This one was actually pretty tense.
It's pretty
but
extended.
Really, it was just the classic tale of the top team gets the supplies and the bottom team doesn't. And
yeah.
The army size difference is obviously something you can compare, and a really great harassment by Size and Google. They definitely put the pressure on the whole game.
Yeah, especially at the start. You can take so much control just going from the start, and you can see that in the supplies collected. Because of the amount of harassment they put on that middle supply, as well as just the base supplies for Rage and Crazy, it was very hard for them to build up kind of a standing army and fight back. They were always on the back foot. They were constantly being hit back, which means there was, maximum amount of workers, for example, farming the middle supplies and all of the supplies on the side of the North team. So definitely well played. Top, that constant harassment really does pay off in these team games. So we'll jump into game number 2 on...
I don't even know,
I'm
dude.
not even sure. Can you show me the middle of the map?
Played this one before.
Yeah.
It's a bit
really urban.
It's a bit.
I have played it.
I just want to look at the map name. I probably should. Tournament Urban. Yeah,
Tournament
there's
Urban,
a lot of
yeah.
flame tank play because you really want to have access to those garrisons. Game number 2 now. This time around is going to be left versus right, but the same teams, of course. Google as our vanilla, and we do have his buddy Size as the USA Super Weapon General.
Powerful there. Crazy's going to be grabbing up his China Imp here on the side of Rage. Also with the USA, this time he's going with the vanilla.
These are, of course, random factions,
random,
by the way.
yes.
So everyone's being random out. And I'm actually pretty excited because I have never seen this map played in a competitive setting. We've played it at LANs and stuff, but we're all pretty bad. So we just do whatever. But let's see how the professionals play this one. Fast barrack, double barracks even. So Size maybe going for some really aggressive, Chinook play. There we go. So we'll be...
Yeah. With the amount of garrisons, I definitely do like this. Not only can he harass the supplies if he'd like to. If that doesn't work out, it's okay, I'll just put you all in garrisons because there's a lot of them throughout this map, and not only do they give you a lot in terms of scouting. Ooh. I don't want that building. Wow. Okay, so going for really early bunkers here. No?
I don't even know what Crazy.
You have to let me know what you're going for. It's a bit hard for me to guess if you keep cancelling your buildings.
Oh man, this could be terrible news.
Oh no, it's an airfield.
The airfield will finish here. 2 missile defenders will snipe down the dozer, but maybe not. Nice truck placement. Will lose both of those, keeping the dozer alive. So nice reaction from Crazy. Size not quite having the impact that he desired. Meanwhile, Worker trying to run for his life. Dozer wanting to crush him and take all of his cookies. Oh, nice jukes. But it won't be enough. Rage, the Duke Master. And this garrison is actually occupied by Rage up here. A lot of infantry. And
a lot of infantry from Crazy. So he's going to be putting him straight into a very early Helix.
Assault Helix.
Assault Helix,
I believe it's called. But look at this EMP Patriot. That will one-shot the Helix. Bear in mind, it was scouted. Like, he knows the Helix is coming. And the EMP Patriot will be incredibly lethal. If he avoids it, he should be fine. Google looking to make some plays happen with a technical going towards the base of Rage. Humvee will intercept. It could be disastrous for him. And missile defenders laser locking it down here. Terrorists will claim the Humvee if nothing else. And I guess the barracks, I mean, you might as well get something out of it.
Consolation prize.
Yeah,
definitely come in there. So the Helix is actually going for Google from the looks of things.
Oh, there it is.
At the top. So it's going long, and I mean, it might be the safer play here.
3 quads. No, he's backing away. He knows what's up. He sees the quads. He's not going to have any of that tomfoolery. We'll go back down.
Is nice.
But there's another EMP Patriot. Size, it was the same one.
Yeah, the one. He's only got the
Oh,
one,
no,
I
the
think.
one. Okay, but
I don't think Helix and Duke it, though. It's
Oh,
going
nice-
for the
nice play.
oil. So that's
yeah,
good.
Crazy's playing very conservative, and he has to against that many quads. And with the EMP Patriot, you don't want to throw it away because that's basically all Crazy has. Going now for a outpost will be a good transition, but this has bought Size a lot of time. There's a lot of garrisons. He has the all derricks. I want to keep an eye on this Helix. Because all it takes is one sneaky EMP or a quad ambush and you can lose that. But I say though, Rage is getting a lot of the middle, getting the garrisons and even the drop zone, yet free stuff.
Garrisons definitely nice.
Are pretty powerful. Did actually deny the cap though, but now that Helix is rather low, we'll have to back away.
I found the Dozer in the middle though. Very aggressive Dozer coming out from the Rage, and Helix is a pretty perfect counter to that. If he sees it,
Well,
Crazy, please.
Crazy's on the same side as Rage.
Oh, he is, of course.
It's left first right.
It's very confusing, the colours, but no.
I know it is, yeah.
Over the course of the entire map, so yeah, he's friends with Rage, and Rage has control over the middle, so I like this. Crazy being very aggressive with the Helix, and Rage has perfect control over the middle here. They really are forcing Size and Crazy, so confusing. Size and Google on the back foot here.
And this infantry army is going to be great against the EMP Patriot. But here come a lot of quads from Google, an excellent reaction, and there's a tunnel down here, so we can deploy that back. We'll want to get into the outpost. It's actually quite low, so we'll get destroyed rather quickly. Yeah, not looking too good here. Actually turning to engage. We'll get one, maybe even two of the quads. Only one of them, not exactly cost effective.
So it's just going to be the scout post there on the side for Crazy. It's going to be nice. Gives him a little bit of knowledge in the area. And Size and Google, again, going for the unit synergy here. They've got the Humvees as well as having the quads there. So ways to deal with both ground units as well as the air coming out from Crazy.
Yeah, indeed. Google now getting his oil up here. Meanwhile, quads, got to be careful. The outpost will destroy them very quickly. Needs to have the Humvee support. Outpost turning to engage. Now the quads running for their lives. We'll lose them. And 3 quads are down. Humvees as well. A little bit late to the fight. Outposts definitely a little bit stronger. Evacing now. Nice play coming out of Crazy. Only losing one of the outposts, but not really any of the infantry. Second one goes down as well here. Nice missile defender laser lock. At the top here, actually, a nice push by a Rage because Google's quads were actually at the bottom and they were distracted.
It's sneaking in the back in the end there, but one of the Humvees isn't focusing down the quad. That means one will maybe go down. No, of course not. I forget how good Rage's micro is. Keeps it alive, and the Humvee's going to help with the repairs there. Very nice sneak in the back of Google's base, because Google, he puts so much not only into the quads, but also going for the oil cap. So in terms of economy, he doesn't have a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Google actually
defeated.
froze in the tower. He didn't really have any base left. That was actually the entirety of his base. So, yeah, nice response from Rage, just seeing the weakness of, well, hey, this guy, he's actually committing entirely to the south. I can make use of this, going for the sneak. And Rage had the late game to look forward to. He had the middle, which not only gives you the map control, also gives you the supplies and those free units. I don't know what you get from the drop zone. It might be like a Crusader or something. Because each sub-faction has their own units.
Yeah, it's Crusaders or like Laser Crusaders.
Yeah. A super weapon probably gets like Humvees or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that... Yeah, super weapon.
Don't know. But anyway,
Humvees.
Good game. Definitely showing the potential for flanking your opponents.
Yeah, so yeah, and especially with a really big urban map like that.
It's a brutal map.
It definitely is, yeah. It worked out in their favor because there's so many things to go for. That's what you have to realize. I mean, there's so many oil derricks, there's a lot of supplies as well. You have to commit to kind of different areas, and if you do commit in one spot, as we saw there, Rage just gets the flanks on you and destroys your entire base. So, was that the next one? Or
Overland Offensive.
Yeah, I actually did remember it.
This is a good map. Did you? I didn't. I really like this map. I've had a lot of fun with it in team games. Because there's a lot of incentive for the middle, but there's also then the flanks, and then there's also like the sneaky flanks up here. So there's a lot of really interesting playstyle. It is very open, so Humvees are going to be pretty effective, and we do have 3 USAs. So we've got Google as the USA Vanilla, and Rage... Google is the left-right, so it's going to be Google as the USA Vanilla again, with Size as our GLA Demolition.
And on the other side, it's Crazy as the USA Vanilla, and Rage as the USA Super Weapon. And Overland Offensives, we'll see what our players go for this time.
You know what my favourite thing about 2v2's is?
What?
Is having to change the overlay at the top every single time. I really enjoy that.
You enjoy doing that, do you?
Yeah, I like having to have
fun.
9 different overlays.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Sounds like you wouldn't spend a lot of time editing that at all.
No, absolutely not.
It's good. And it really shows the versatility of these players as well. They have to change up their strats every single time because they're on a different map every single time. They're on a different faction every single time. This is really strategizing on the fly, if nothing else. They have no idea what they're going to get, and they have no idea what their opponents are going to get until you get into the game.
And this is what I really enjoy, because the different playstyles where Fallen Empire is the same stuff over and over again, and you have to strategize, again, not only on the map, not only with your opponents, but also with your ally. How do you combine your strength? I don't know if we have any Chinook action just yet. I don't think we do. No,
Not
we
yet.
don't.
One of Size's workers did get crushed there. Crazy sent the aggressive dozer down. I might actually get another worker as well. That could be pretty devastating. If Size loses 2 of the forward tunnel networks, that's so much map control gone.
Oh, Crazy may get the worker here. Yep. Unfortunately, Size not responding. It's actually a good spot to place your tunnel because it's really near the garrison. So if you do get dozer coming, you can just juke in there and wait for technical to show up and then just gun it down.
Didn't manage to do it on this occasion though. Rage having a little bit of fun down the bottom there in the middle from the looks of things. Google is going to be pushing into his base. And some RPGs going into the technical as well. Again, looking for some harassment, and it goes pretty well onto the USA. We don't have any lasers here, so the RPGs will be effective at taking out Chinook.
Yeah, it was 3 terrorists, which is enough to take down a power plant. Unless it's demo, so 3 can actually be enough.
Demo.
Yeah, so 3 can be enough to go for a supply.
Or Toxin.
What?
Or Toxin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a dozer.
Terrorists are the exact same. 1.4. Yeah, 3 terrorists it is. So they're going to be going the long way to that supply. And what else? Oh, did he drop off the capping?
He denied the oil.
the oil. That's nice.
Dozer, though, may try and...
Ooh,
no, don't want
he's
to
going
lose
for
the
the
dozer.
dozer.
That's actually a nice play here from Size. Meanwhile, drops a worker off. That's his buddy. He wants to get some tunnels up down there. I don't know what he's going for. I think he wants to get the
he wants
dozer.
to get both. He's looking for the force fire
nice.
the barracks and the supply. He's probably going to get it as well. Unless there's a deny.
I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Gets
Nice,
it. Fantastic play.
So, building's a little bit too grouped there, coming out from range. Small mistake, but it may cost him here. Gets a few free ranges. We'll just see what he decides to do with them. 3 Chinooks is not what you want. Obviously looking to go for another supply in the side soon, and the oils are starting to be capped by both of our teams.
Everyone has their corner supplies too. So we may see some quad harassment to deny those Chinooks. Humvee's coming out from Crazy though. And this Humvee from Google will be intercepted and cut off between the 4. Trying to get what he can though. We'll even lose one of the Humvees. Not exactly the best control. Yeah, almost a second one went down.
That was close.
Nice play from Google. And also,
those fires really do pay off.
the control of the center can be very important here. Again, not only for the supplies, but also just for the territory. If you have the middle, it's very easy to rotate between the different parts of the map and harass and defend accordingly. A lot of technicals, but there's no RPG, so can't make use of those garrisons. And actually trying to kite away those technicals. Really good snipes from Crazy, taking down 4 technicals for free. And the Crazy... Gotta be careful, the Humvees are Google.
We'll be pushing in. It's Humvees versus Humvees. The battles are real here. Size, the only one unable to build them. I mean, I'd feel let out, but that's a nice angle coming out there from Crazy. Gets the evacs as well. Snipe down a lot of those Vs, but you have to remember the cliff is there. That does stop you from just laser locking them down. Missiles do tend to drive their way into the earth, and that's not effective at all.
No, and I think at the moment here, Google and Size are looking strong. They're getting just the map control. As for the oils, though, we do see Rage actually having 2 of them.
Let's have a couple there. He managed to take the unsafe, I guess you'd call it, one in the middle there, whereas no one's gone for the Size
nice.
Google one, and that's another fantastic technical terror there.
Yeah, really putting the pressure on here.
Definitely are. There's so much map to think about as well. It's hard to scout out all of these tech terrors. And there's been a lot of them coming out from Size. He really has been committing to them, as well as having tunnel networks down the bottom. He has them spread out across the entire map. It allows him to respond very, very quickly to any movement coming out here from Rage and Crazy, who are just biding their time. They are both playing the USA, so they just want to get a few Vs up at this point. They have them now.
Well, that's a pretty scary army here for Crazy, and you got to bear in mind as well with how much Size has been investing in those tech terrors. He may not have much of a standing army to meet those quads. A Burton coming out from Google, that could be very readily there. 2 quads won't be enough to hold the tunnel. I think Size he's ringing the alarm bells. Almost gets one. Oh, he gets it actually with the tunnel.
Does indeed.
And here come the quads again. Only 3. Size has no army. And we do see the rotation coming from Google, coming to meet these Humvees. And actually, more technicals are coming out. Search and destroy will be here for Google. A very nice timing, and even flanks the Humvees. Could be deadly.
The collapse is very, very nice here. The RPGs are going to force the Humvees away, but into Google's Humvees, and that to switch around. The evacs are coming out as well. The missile defenders do laser lock them down, but Google kites away from it, managing to keep all but one of those Humvees alive. So crazy. He's trying hard, but he's just getting collapsed upon too hard here.
Yeah, a really nice intercept. We'll lose all of these Humvees at the bottom. Where is a Burton? That's
chilling there.
That's actually that's
Google's Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the teamwork there from Size and Google was absolutely on point. As we've seen throughout all of these games that they've played, their teamwork is absolutely insane. They're not taking anything away from Rage and Crazy. It's just Google and Size work well together, and they have great communication. I mean, thank God for Skype.
I'm assuming it's on Skype, or maybe they just have that innate sense.
They just know. You just really do at this level. So the orders are starting to be denied here in the middle. Rage has a bit of fences up as well. Another big fight here coming out. Rage is trying to force him with his own Vs. He's doing a pretty good job of it as well, cutting away from the RPGs. He wants to keep a hold of his oil derrick. It's going to be capped here from the looks of things.
Well, I think Size may have some quad aggression to Crazy's quads. And look how close the strategy center is as well. That could be sniped quite easily. But Crazy responding with some Humvees. That's actually scouted, so he knows it's coming.
Saw it coming. Down the bottom here, it continues, the war.
The Humvee
Mass
war.
evacs coming out here from
nice.
Rage. Will he deny?
Oh, he got it!
Oh! Google's cap's a little bit too strong there. Heroic Ranger does secure the oil there. Probably not for long though. I think Ranger just decided to destroy that one. His RPGs are paying off.
The splash from those RPGs was really close. The actual missile defenders did a lot of damage. They didn't quite split up enough. Single sight's not fantastic, but will be a bit of damage against those Humvees. Trying to buy time for the Stinger sight. Meanwhile, more and more Humvees are clashing. A lot of veterancy though on the Humvees actually.
Nice snipe coming out there from Rage. I'd say Rage has a fair few veteran missile defense inside there. Does deny the worker, gets the tunnel. Very well played. That was to be cancelled on the side from Size, who has got control of the center now. So Crazy and Rage on a little bit of the back foot.
Well, he got the old Derek with his Burton.
Yeah. The Burton was pretty effective from Google.
Old Derek is just the most important thing to snipe because it's continuous. You can rebuild a supply, but you can't rebuild an old Derek.
We always stress the importance of killing those old Derricks and killing them early.
Huge. Well, look at the quads here. But a lot of splash damage ripping through the quads and the Humvees. Rage backing away. Trying to 1v2 here. Not very good odds. And this Burton from Google will do so much damage. He's found the strategy and he's actually revealed by a spy drone, or maybe just a lucky scope. It doesn't
Could
even
just be a sweep.
I don't know what it is. Humvee actually.
Yeah, Burton can 1v1 Humvees, definitely. So yeah, definitely a good snipe out there, but those two Humvees are going to have spy drones.
And he 1v3. Oh no, this Burton going to be taken down here. Almost got the other Humvee as well.
He
Wow.
came close. He started getting some veterancy near the end.
And you start healing a bit too. He was looking for the strat center, but he couldn't get there. I actually don't know what revealed it though, to be honest. I have no idea.
I thought it was a sweep, but I'm not sure. Like maybe it was just like a radar scan, or.
Oh yeah, maybe it was Rage because I know there wasn't the command center for Crazy, so maybe it was just a lucky scan from Rage. But you knew the Burton was there because he blew up the all Derek. So nice prediction by Rage, just scanning up preemptively. Otherwise, we would have lost the strat center. Aurora bomber! Oh no, Alpha Aurora! Nice split though, only losing one of the Humvees.
That was
loses it too.
Oh wow, that
They're
was
expensive.
really on point from Google there. That was the first time he'd seen it as well. Had no idea that was coming. Fantastic work there, and Rage follows it up. He collapses down onto the Vs now. He made them split up, and then he collapsed straight in with his own Vs. Demo bikes have hit the field as well now.
You don't always see the Alpha Auroras, but they're so strong. They can destroy entire armies, let alone buildings. And it looks as though Crazy may be doing some aggression up the top here. But Stinger Sight and a tunnel will give a bit of defense. Another sneaky technical. Probably going to be tech tearing this supply. I don't even know what he's doing. Maybe he's looking for the Aurora snipes.
Oh.
I think he was looking for Aurora snipes, but there wasn't anything on the airfield.
Doesn't actually manage to get anything out of it there.
Ooh, I don't know what that was.
Probably some type of a carpet bomb. I think Rage just kited it and blew it up. He's about the only one who can counter the air units with his Vs. If you've got enough of them, just snipe down the carpet bomber. But he's in no danger there. That's really one of the major things that's going to take out Rage's veteran seed Vs here.
Demo bikes.
That is, yeah, demo bikes coming out. And that's General's abilities. You really need to see.
Yeah, and he actually took out a lot of these Humvees. Burton though will be great with the stealth. If the Humvees are moving backwards, they will take them down. But if they're standing still, they will lose.
Burton does get revealed by the spider, and they won't be sniped by the Vs. This Burton not really going to be quite as effective as Google's one was. Good sneaky quad though, going to be jumping in there, trying to go after the Chinooks. Supply harassment continues.
This game was all over the place, but
Definitely is.
I really like Size's harassment here. He's been...
Oh, Alpha Aurora up the top!
Oh, nice. What did we lose here?
A lot of these, I think. At least an Ambo and a couple of other ones, I think.
I think it was two Vs.
2 Vs
maybe
and
3
Ambo.
Vs and an
3 Vs
Ambo.
and
Nice.
Ambo.
Yeah, and now there's that late game super weapon general that has the incredibly cheap supply drop zones and those particle cannons. Actually, no, I think these supply drop zones are the same price, but the particle cannons are really cheap. But it's pretty strong late game. The Alpha Auroras are just, yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, they're very, very hard to deal with, and especially when you're trying to micro on several fronts at once, it can be difficult to dodge all of them. Burton does sneak in this time. Rage, where your Spiderins at, bro?
Yeah, you will just be able to gun down the Alpha Aurora, and when you have the late game USA, ooh, that was a demo bike. You can just keep rebuilding the spy drones and just have the entire map. Look at that Burton snipe, really nice play, and he will delay this. This is excellent because the Alpha Auroras can wreak so much havoc. Huge engagement though with the Humvees and the quads. Not many Humvees for Google, but a fair bit of quads, and these demo bikes will put the pressure on.
Oh
Burton.
no, there's a demo on that! Oh dear, Rage didn't cancel in time.
Losing a lot of money here. Still has 2 supplies though.
The Burton, I think, got taken out finally.
That's just a supply drop zone.
Oh, it must be, yeah. That's what they've been sniping down. Another supply drop zone gets that snipe. This time it's one of Google's. I think, no, Burton's still alive. Look at that, he's on the airfield.
Particle cannon.
I'm surprised he didn't go after the dozer. I think he's waiting for the particle cannon to be built and then blow the particle cannon up. So, demo bikes will be forcing their way in here. Trying to force off anything that's trying to attack Google. I'm not sure what they're predicting here.
They can drive up cliffs.
Yeah. So I just kind of collapse down onto Google's base to try and support him, I guess.
I think it takes 2 demo charges though to actually take out a super weapon. Like I think with the command center it's the same.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you, to be specific. Straight Center gets taken out. So many snipes coming out here on the key buildings.
No.
Crazy. No! Loses a couple of these there. Those demo bikes so hard to deal with.
You could also see the veterancy as well. There was some Vet 3 missile defenders. Let's see if it actually takes 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. Or one and some...
One and some guns, yeah. I think he's going to wait for it to blow up.
Maybe it's timed. I think it's timed.
Timed demo. Yeah, it is a timed demo.
Oh, but he's repairing
the going to repair it.
Yes, it's 2.
Oh, see, this is going to be 2. The gun's not going to be enough here.
Can he take out the Humvee though?
He's re-stealthed.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man comes up.
He's
actually,
gone.
might even kill him though.
Yeah, if he turned it around. If he actually turned it around, he could have killed the V.
The Vet 2 is pretty strong, and this is the battle of OPs here. Demo bikes, Alpha Auroras, and Humvees. What more could you ask for in a 0-hour 1.4 match?
Not too much.
Maybe some
degree of mixing.
Toxin Rebel Ambush?
Toxin, yeah, where's the Toxin Rebel Ambush at? I mean, no one's playing Toxin. Demo Rebel Ambush is strong because you can just suicide everyone. So.
Yeah. But meanwhile, Size also has these supplies rolling, which is the first that have tried to just yet. Quad's looking to deny the Chinooks that aren't even there. Size is just really aggressive. He's got his quad harassments. He's got his demo bikes. He's just continuing putting the pressure on. Even Quad's up here. Doesn't want to give Rage and Crazy any mining. And there's not really that many supply drop zones either. There's only a couple of them.
They don't really have enough. Yeah, Size, he hasn't really been throwing away units. He's just been gathering as many quads as Rage had in that 2 versus 1 versus us.
Oh, demo bikes.
And he's sniping for the demo bikes as well. He kind of sets it up by moving his quads in, forces the Humvees to respond, and then snipes with the demo bikes. It's just really nice play.
Yeah, I think the demo bikes may actually win the game here for Size and for Google. Supplies are exhausted, so the quads won't be able to deny a lot of income unless they can go for the supply drop zones.
Well, Ranger's pushing him down the bottom as well with his Vs. He can only go into Google's base. He did lose a fair few in the push though, and he's getting blasted from the side by the demo bikes.
If the Humvees keep moving, they will be fine. The Ambo though won't block it, so nice. Oh, the Humvee though has to stay moving. It can't stay still, but I guess one of them.
Definitely some nice kiting coming out there. The supply drops are going to be taken out here. More rock beasts from Crazy trying to deny it. Won't be in time though. One does get taken out. The other one has been scouted.
And Google in a bit of trouble, losing a lot of his base here to that Vet 3 heroic Humvee. This little defender going to be doing a bit of damage. And actually the Rangers...
the wrong way.
Oh, the Rangers will deny that Ambo. That's very important for the repairs. Don't know if Rangers actually watching it.
Definitely should be, because that's going to be a pretty major thing for him. He does have his particle cannon up in a minute 15.
Oh, I guess evac though.
This could be a very, very big deal.
And demo bikes coming in. Yeah.
Take out the missile defenders, and the Ranger does actually gun down.
I think Size has too many black markets now.
He has a lot. He really has been spamming out a lot of things. He completely covers his quarter of the map.
And
just so many buildings, so many tunnel networks. Even angry mobs now going to be coming out from him. Probably running straight for that particle cannon. Needs a way to deal with that.
I like how this Alderic is still neutral the entire time.
I like how there's an entire squad of Rangers coming up as well. That Rebel is not going anywhere. Yeah, it's been neutral for so long.
You can see how many buildings Crazy has lost that he's got that many ranges.
Why does he not simply build that many ranges?
Wow.
He definitely loses.
There's the AKs.
There are the AKs indeed. They're gunning down the command center with extreme speed here. Size so powerful.
Jam.
Oh,
This is where he wants to be.
So much fit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the money. Thank you. Everyone's probably going to be taken out there. So Jarman does get a bit of free cash though in return. No spider drones out yet from Crazy, so he can actually scout the Jarman. Now he does. Probably going to be taking that one out as well. Rage is taking a lot of damage to his base as well. Where's the particle cannon? We're up in 3
we are,
seconds
aren't we?
now.
I was just looking at the
It's
A10
going to
strike
happen.
coming through.
It's going to happen. Where's it going though? I think he has to go for Google at this point because the only way that
Ooh, this
Crazy
could be a
and
nice line.
Rage are going to get this is
Where are we going?
to take Google out. Where
Yeah,
are we? Yep,
Palace.
it's on the Palace.
I guess it
It might not even be enough.
oh, wow, well
it just
calculated.
is.
Oh, no!
Yeah,
Doesn't get
no,
it.
I didn't think so. The burn is strong, but it's not quite enough there. He's going to have to follow that up with something. That's really unfortunate.
Because denying the palace is actually pretty important because then it really slows down the black markers because you need to rebuild it until you can. It was close though. It was very, very close to actually getting that one. And that
well
would have been pretty
calculated.
important. It still destroyed it, so we won't be able to get black markers for a while, but it will just rebuild now. And this angry mob is leveling the entire base here. A lot of rangers need to get those flashbangs up and running because they can be a very strong counter. There's even that many rangers, they can probably just gun their way through.
Yeah. They'll be able to deal with the
Also
angry mobs.
Pathfinders too in those Humvees.
So Spectre's going to be coming out now. That's
And
Rage's
A10.
Spectre. Did the Spectre take out the Palace? It must have.
No, it didn't.
That's strange. I don't know where it was going. Just having to fly around the map, perhaps.
Oh, actually, what happened to the particle?
Whoa! What? Where did that get destroyed?
I don't know, maybe
Crazy's been defeated though. Everything lies on Rage. I'm not sure what actually killed
it was
it.
I don't know, Burton perhaps?
I missed it. That's like the one thing we missed this game. We've been pretty on point.
Oh, well.
Demon Vice going to be coming in. I think Rage is pretty much going to be out of this game here. Yeah, that's the GG being called.
Now,
So
once again, that's a really great play here by
have been defeated.
Size and by Crazy. Because they
Google, yeah.
by Google, sorry, yeah, they beat the late game Super General.
Yeah.
And Rage is getting there. Rage was the bottom right, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was bottom right.
Rage, he was that late game. He had Alpha Auroras, he had particle cannons, but the constant Aurora snipes with the Burton, the technical tried to, but there wasn't anything there. And if you can delay those Auroras, they're pretty expensive.
They definitely are. It's hard to spam them, and they have like 4 on an airfield is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because you can just take out so much stuff, and you can have them bombing simultaneously. When you have them bombing simultaneously, it's impossible to dodge them all. And just look at that. But Size was so patient on that GLA as well. He kept up the pressure, but he also just built thousands of buildings. He literally had everything that he needed. He had a lot of tunnel networks, a lot of black markets. He had all the upgrades that he needed. He was teching. 103,000 supplies collected. That's, even 25 more than his compadre Google. So it was a huge deal. He was just continually mining. He kept control of the center using his tunnel networks, and they beat the late game USA Super Weapon.
Yeah, and because of just how aggressive Size was his technicals and with his quads, he was always delaying the income. And then Google had some really decisive Burton plays,
Yeah, for sure.
taking out a lot of the base of his opponents. But we'll move on to our 4th game now, even.
We will.
We're making progress, aren't we?